The new per diem numbers are now out, a little earlier than normal. It's important to note that they are not effective until October 1, 2020. These numbers are to be used for per diem allowances paid to any employee on or after October 1, 2020, for travel away from home. The Internal Revenue Service (IRS) allows the use of per diem, that's Latin meaning, for each day. Remember, lawyers love Latin rates to make reimbursements easier for employers and employees. Per diem rates are a fixed amount paid to employees to compensate for lodging, meals, and incidental expenses incurred when traveling on business rather than using actual expenses. A per diem rate can be used by an employer to reimburse employees for combined lodging and meal costs, or meal costs alone. Per diem payments are not part of the employee's wages for tax purposes so long as the payments are equal to, or less than the federal per diem rate, and the employee provides an expense report. If the employee doesn't provide a complete expense report, the payments will be taxable to the employee. Similarly, any payments which are more than the per diem rate will also be taxable. The reimbursement piece is key. Remember that unreimbursed job expenses are currently not deductible. The Tax Cuts and Jobs Act (TCJA) eliminated unreimbursed job expenses and miscellaneous itemized deductions subject to the 2% floor for the tax years 2018 through 2025. Those expenses include unreimbursed travel and mileage. That also means that the business standard mileage rate, you'll find the 2020 rate here, cannot be used to deduct unreimbursed employee travel expenses for the 2018 through 2025 tax years. The IRS has clarified, however, that members of a reserve component of the Armed Forces of the United States, state or local government officials paid on a fee basis, and certain performing artists may still deduct unreimbursed employee travel expenses as an adjustment to income on the front page of the 1040. In other words, those folks can continue to use the business standard mileage rate. For details, check out Notice 2018-42, downloads as a PDF. What about self-employed taxpayers? The TCJA didn't change deductions for self-employed taxpayers, those that file a Schedule C. Self-employed taxpayers can still deduct business-related expenses. However, the per diem rates aren't as useful for the self-employed because they can only use the per diem rates for meal costs. Realistically, that means that self-employed taxpayers must continue to keep excellent records and use exact numbers. As of October 1, 2020, the Special Meals and Incidental Expenses (M&IE) per diem rates for taxpayers in the transportation industry are $66 for any locality of travel in the continental United States and $71 for any locality of travel outside the continental United States. Those rates are the same as they were last year.